Okay, so in this video, I am going to use the exam anxiety data, which we worked with a little bit before, and I'm going to show you how to run a partial correlation. So we're going to go up here to Analyze, you're going to go down to Correlate, and you're going to go to Partial. All right, and the variables I'm going to look at is I'm going to look at exam performance and exam anxiety. And I'm going to control for time spent revising. So in other words, I'm going to look at the relationship of exam performance and exam anxiety, knowing that perhaps time spent revising has an effect on the relationship between these two variables. And maybe that makes a little bit of sense. Andy goes through a whole lot of calculations and explanation, and he does actually a pretty good job if you spend a little bit of time on page 267 looking at his diagram and the overlap. Basically what that diagram is telling you is that there is, when you look at relationships between variables, there may be a variable that is influencing the relationship between two particular variables. And so the way that we do that is to run this partial correlation controlling for the variable that we think is going to have an influence on this relationship. So for now, we just go ahead and click OK. And you're going to get a correlation table just like we've seen, and your interpretation is just like we've done. This is my R value, and this is my significance value. So this is a little different if you had to go back to some of the other tables. This is looking at the relationship between exam performance and exam anxiety controlling for time spent revising. All right, and you'll notice that this number is a little bit smaller than the number that we got when we ran the original correlations. So Andy also talks about the way you can run this. If you go to Analyze and you go to Correlate and you go to Partial, and if you clicked on this option, zero order correlations, and the zero order correlations just means that you are going to look at the relationship between all these variables without having a controlling variable. So we're going to click continue, we're going to click OK. Okay, so notice here is we got exam performance, exam anxiety, and time spent revising, which we've done this, all right? We did this really, and these are the numbers that we got. So these are the R values, and this is my probability value. And then below that, you actually get where I'm controlling for time spent revising. So if you look at exam performance and exam anxiety, so exam performance, exam anxiety is negative 0.441. When we control for time spent revising, that relationship goes down. All right, so it goes to negative 0.247, which is telling you that time spent revising has an influence on the relationship between exam anxiety and exam performance.